Hello trainers, Ganeto here, and since this is my final video on Great League for this rotation, I decided to run a fun team, and what is more fun than this Alolan Ninetales running Powder Snow on Open Great League. So overall this Pokemon is extremely good, I really like it with Powder Snow alongside the Sandslash. They both perform really well with that fast attack. At the back we're gonna use the new Clodsire as our closer, or shall I say as our Clodsire. Yeah, that's gonna be a bad pun for this video and probably gonna draw a lot of dislikes, but I don't care at all at this point. And we have Sableye as our safe switch, able to survive here the Dragon Claw and still provide some pressure on their side with that Weather Ball. And of course right after we're gonna have kinda the farm down by blocking once this Blast Burn. So Sableye here is gonna be put on a very good position against whatever follows into this battle, and they're gonna have the return of the Swampert, so they wanted to make us suck that remaining energy. And with that Swampert out of the way now, even though they have the shield, we have already done a lot of work with our moves. So what I want to do here is to go in with my Clodsire, reach to a simple Mega Horn, and that will do so much damage that perhaps right after they will just top left this battle. We are also able to grab that Frenzy Plant on our Ninetales, so yeah, this is looking pretty wonderful to start off the video. Into the next battle now trainers, and we're having a Pokemon on the mirror. Yeah, let's go. This is the lead that we do not like at all, because they have Charm, we have Powder Snow, and obviously Charm will just destroy us down. So as you can see here, I'm running Psyshock, obviously running Dazzle Gleam alongside Powder Snow is gonna be the better choice overall, but you can totally rely on Psyshock as well. So the reason I'm using Psyshock is because I run low on TMs, and because I switch teams all the time, I want to make a little bit of extra room for that potential new Pokemon that I will power up for my next video. So I definitely need new TMs all the time, especially charged TMs. Anyways, now we're met up with that Clodsire on the switch, and we managed to catch the Sludge Bomb on our Sableye. But to be fair, I was not expecting the Sludge Bomb here, I was expecting the Earthquake, which they are gonna throw right now, and this looking pretty good for me, even though we're getting super low on HP. So Foul Play will most likely take out this Pokemon, and right after we're gonna get Charmed down. So my Clodsire now can go into this battle, finish off this Ninetales as soon as possible, and now let's see what they might have at the back. So it is gonna be a Pokemon like Medicham, which is gonna be kinda problematic to be fair, but all we have to do here is to go for the Mega Horn and then make them think that we are gonna go for another Mega Horn, but instead we will throw the slightly better damaging move, and that is gonna be Earthquake. So perhaps they're not gonna block, and they aren't, so we are gonna be able to block the next move and still gonna farm down. Just imagine that they thought this right. Okay, me going for the Mega Horn was gonna be the obvious choice, and if they could let that go through, they could easily finish me off. So that's why they did not block here, and we managed to drop them to no HP with that surprising Earthquake, even though they had the shield up. So anyways, now into the next battle, and I was waiting for them to reach first that Foul Play so that I can go for that CMP. As you can see here, I have really bad IVs for my Sableye, which means that I can easily get those CMPs on my side, especially with that high attack stat. So anyways, now we can return into the battle with our Ninetales and drop them to 0 HP in no time with our Weather Ball. At this point we are in a pickle, because Alolan Sandslash is a core breaker for this team. Not only is gonna perform well against my backline, but also against Ninetales, which is pretty bad. Doesn't matter though, we can still rely on our Clodsire, so it all depends on what they might have at the back. However, I'm not expecting another Steel type, so we are definitely in a pickle over here. We're just gonna block twice whatever they throw, and of course it is gonna be the Medicham. So let's see if we can do the same strategy like before trainers, because I'm going for the bait here. Most probably we're gonna get the shield out of the way, but right after I will try to snipe them down with that Earthquake. Of course here they're having the upper hand because of that crazy energy lead and of course the shield advantage, but at this point this is all I got, and they managed manage to block. So down we go to this Pokemon. So as you can see here, that was still pretty close, and I'm just gonna take it because we might have lost just now, but still we had the chance overall at winning this entire battle. Into the next one now, trainers, and we're facing another steel type, but this time they rely a lot on the dragon moves, which means that Ninetales can absolutely have a chance towards the end of this battle. So Medicham as a safe switch means that we can easily snipe it down with our Sableye, completely walling down this Tai Chi Pokemon, and right after we are gonna return the favor with a return, big damage on the Medicham, but they still managed to block. Doesn't matter at all, we can still survive the moves, and all I want to do here is to just make them think that they can get out of here by blocking twice. I have two Pokemon in the back that can still handle that Steelix threat, so I am not in big hurry to go ahead and shield my Pokemon. So they have not only a Steelix but also a Bastiodon on the same team, and obviously my Clodsire here is gonna do a lot of solid work. So tremendous amount of damage from my Earthquake is gonna be up for that Steelix, but after two debuffs I'm pretty sure that they can still survive it, however with a little bit of HP. So I'm not in a mood to block here. I know that all these moves are gonna be not gonna be doing a lot of damage, so Breaking Swipe can easily be taken, and now that we have the Earthquake, we're just gonna throw it, and since it does so little damage, I'm just gonna sacrifice here Ninetales for the greater good. To be fair, I have no idea at all why I threw the move. I should have just let them farm me down like I do over here now, and now that we can return with Clodsire into this battle, we can easily reach to the Earthquake and still destroy them down with the remaining HP that they have, because Earthquake is such a beast move. Into the next one now, trainers, and we're having Pidgeot up in throne. So I checked this battle right after on PvP, and it seems like Pidgeot can still pull off the win, especially if they can bait with that Weather Ball by blocking first my Weather Ball. So this is definitely not the worst lead for a Pidgeot, but they still want to switch out to their Quagsire, and right here we need to respect the damage from the next move. And since we can push for that shield, I'm just gonna try to go ahead and shield twice my Sableye, and still gonna be able to do a lot of pressure on that Pokemon. So knowing that they have Pidgeot makes me think that if they can block here, they can wall down my Clodsire, but hopefully they are not gonna do that, and I'm gonna reach to the foul play, even though I could easily get to the return for even bigger damage. I have pressed here my Powder Snow, which means that even if they get to their Brave Bird, we have locked them down to the move. So down goes this Pokemon, and now at the back they have a Clodsire of their own. How can we possibly win this? They have a shield, we have none, and they still reach to the Earthquake. So all we have to do here is to get to our own Earthquake. We can do massive damage at them, but still they have a shield. Unfortunately, things aren't looking that great for us, but we can still reach to the Mega Horn. So they were expecting the move, but this is what I was hoping for, because now we can still go in with our Ninetales and completely farm down with those Powder Snows before they reach to the move. That was a super close victory for our team. Medicham up in front is always a tricky one, especially when we do not have Charm. So right after, when we're facing a Pokemon like Lickitung, I want to first throw my Weather Ball and then switch out to my Clodsire. Doing that, we still have two counters for that Medicham at the back, while we have already done a little bit of extra work on the Lickitung with that simple Weather Ball, meaning that two of those Mega Horns can still finish off that Lickitung Pokemon. So able to get there to the double Mega Horn fairly easy here with those Matsats, and down they go in no time at all. So Medicham returns now into the battle, and we have to throw now the Mega Horn before they reach to the Ice Punch. To my surprise, we can still hold on, which is absolutely insane, and of course my Mega Horn is gonna be blocked, because now that they know that I do not run Charm, perhaps they can have the upper hand. So at the back they have a Carbink, which is the absolute core breaker quicker, both for my Ninetales and the Sableye. So how can we possibly win this? The answer is simple: strategy and synergy. So what I want to do is to do some cheap damage first with my foul play, then switch out to my Ninetales, and because we can somehow survive the remaining rock throws, we're gonna get there now to the weather ball. Another weather ball is coming up before they farm us down, and I have a feeling that they want to switch out to get that energy for the end game. So yeah, this is a strategy. Now they return to the battle with their Medicham, and of course I need to respect the damage from at least one of these ice punches, because another one is coming up and I'm pretty sure about it. What I want to do at this point is to charge up to a double foul play, throw one for the Medicham to overkill it, and one more for that Carbink to grab the victory right on the CMP. I know that this Pokemon has a lot of energy, and yeah, trainers, this will conclude this battle into an amazing victory. Into the final one now, trainers, and we're having a Shadow Gligar up in front. This is obviously a very good one for our Pokemon, and now that we can get to the Psyshock, we can switch out to our Sableye. We have just done a little bit of damage to this Pokemon so that our next foul play can absolutely do the work against Seeking. So yeah, with that in mind, we can still draw some shields out of play, and of course they are over farming here, so we are in a kind of a pickle situation, since we need to get to the foul play as soon as possible, because they might just get there to the next Icy Wind before we do anything weird. So with that in mind, now we can still reach to the return for massive damage on the Gligar, so they are gonna take it. Even though we were debuffed, we still managed to do a lot of damage on that Pokemon. Dig is coming up, but we can still survive. At the back they have Clodsire, so the battle is definitely not over yet. We still have to rely on our Earthquakes, but they have the slight energy advantage, and yeah, this is not looking that great. Just keep in mind that we still have a little bit of HP remaining on our Ninetales, and much like before, we're gonna reach now to the Megahorn, and they're still gonna expect it. Now they have to bring us no HP with their own move, which is the Earthquake, and of course now Ninetales will farm down. Can we do the same on the Gligar? Yes, we can, grabbing the victory right on the edge. Super sweaty battles for today's content. Thank you for watching and for staying till the end. Just be sure to smash that like button, become a subscriber if you are already not one, and of course be sure to check one of these two videos if you want to see more of my content here on YouTube. With that said, once again, thank you for watching, and I will see you all into the next one.